Some funding possibilities for social enterprises. Social enterprises are structured differently from a traditional charity or a business. Therefore, they may obtain funding from grants, investments, or a combination of both. First, let us go over some terminology that is widely used when talking about social enterprises and their funding possibilities. First comes venture capitalists. Venture capitalists invest in startups using technology and innovation to tackle big social and environmental problems, aiming to improve millions of lives. For instance, Bethnal Green Ventures is one such venture capitalist based in London, UK. It is listed among one of Europe's leading early-stage venture capitalists. On the other hand, incubation programs provide startups with management and business trainings, giving them mentoring and guidance while running their businesses. They also enable startups to have access to market resources and new networking opportunities. In a way, they help these companies at early stages of their establishment, mainly to refine their business ideas and help them build a company from scratch. Then there are accelerator programs that we often hear about. Accelerator programs are set to provide intensive and time-limited business support for cohorts of startups, aiming to get them ready for investment more quickly than traditional incubators. They usually help early-stage companies that already have a minimum viable product or MVP with the education, resources, and mentorship needed to promote the product. They help in accelerating the product, getting ready for the market, speeding up its growth. Incubation and accelerator programs somewhat overlap. For instance, they both give training, mentorship, and business support to startups. The main difference is that incubation programs generally play a role at the very early stages of startups. On the other hand, accelerator programs help startups once they have a minimum viable product and they speed up its market entry and growth. Government funds is another important source for funding startups. There are schemes available from governments for innovative products, projects, and companies of all shapes, sizes, and sectors. For instance, in the UK, there is Innovate UK, which offers research grants to startups, SMEs, and large companies in both individual and collaborative projects. Similarly, there are numerous grants given by the European Union, such as Horizon Europe funding, ranging from individual SMEs research, development, and innovation projects through to larger and cross-border collaborative projects. Another concept often iterated is crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is the practice of funding a project or a venture by raising small amounts of money from a large number of people, typically via the internet. It is generally based on three types of actors: the project initiator who proposes the idea or project to be funded, or individuals or groups who support the idea, or a moderating organization, the platform that brings the parties together to launch the idea. In our Open Energy Labs video case, we have observed that this social enterprise made use of venture capitalists, Innovate UK grant, and crowdfunding. Apart from using funds to start their social enterprises, just like any other business, social enterprises also employ various business models to sustain their enterprise. For instance, they could be selling their products and services to other businesses. In other words, use business-to-business model. Or they could be selling to customers directly, employing B2C, business-to-consumer model. When it comes to social enterprises, we also see governments and international organizations such as the United Nations, UNESCO, or large multinational companies with CSR budgets playing a crucial part for the sustainability of social enterprises. For instance, a product and/or service produced by a social enterprise could be purchased by governments for free delivery to locals as end users. Or international organizations and/or international companies can liaise with governments to raise the necessary budget, and then the products and services could be purchased by governments for free delivery to local people or beneficiaries. India has become the first country in the world to make CSR mandatory for companies in 2013. Under this act, companies must spend at least 2% of their average net profits made during the 3 immediately preceding financial years in every financial year on CSR. Sometimes companies also hire social entrepreneurs as consultants to conceptualize, innovate, and implement CSR budgets of the companies, and then companies support them to achieve their social mission. So there are numerous funding possibilities for social enterprises, and each and every alternative needs to be evaluated case by case according to the specific market realities at any given time.